What is up, guys? Halloween Hunters here, and just giving a little Hearse update. Still haven't got our parts in for the brakes, although I do see a little shipping guys, UPS and stuff driving around, so who knows, they might have something. Waiting on a lot of brake parts, but for now, I finally got the headlights done. I think they look pretty good, nothing too special. I went with two different types. These are your normal headlights, and I got these nice HID or LED whatever, and they're halo lights. They got purple halos, so these are really nice. And then we don't need to use the brights too often out here, and so I just got the normal halogen for my normal lights, because these ones were like 45, 50 bucks a piece or something like that. I think I paid 65 for the set. I don't really remember. These are more expensive, but they're and then we got those. I don't really like halos on all my lights, so I'm cool with that. Ran the wiring underneath. Everything is now hooked up. I literally, right after we hooked everything up, my mechanic came, he timed it. It needs to go a couple more degrees over, but there's a bolt in the way of that piece there, so it gets stuck, so I need to adjust that. Now it's just kind of tightening up. I use this little thing to pull back the coolant hose, because if it's over here, it's close to the fan. You don't want it close to the fan or the belt, so move that over. There's some nice Cadillac stickers on it. Got a new hose and adapter for the brake booster to go to the back of the carburetor, so that's nice and new. And we just got done installing a temp switch. What I was saying is, there it is right there. There's two places on this motor, I guess three, to do a temp switch. Maybe I'll do another video on it, because it's not the easiest thing to do. It's a little bit of a pain. But basically, that's where I chose to do it, because that is a port for PCV valve stuff, which we don't use, we don't need. And you have to run it, and it has a pretty big bolt on it, so you're gonna have to drill a pretty big hole in your firewall. It's right here. So now we have two aftermarket gauges. I wanted them a little closer to each other, but I kind of messed up, but it's okay. So we got our oil pressure gauge, works. As you see, I just got done running the motor, and it's cooling down. So the temp gauge works. I just finished installing this, and it's behind there. There's a pretty big hole. I also installed the Edelbrock choke, which out here in California we don't really need. It never really gets cold enough to need a choke, but I figure better safe than sorry. I'll just throw it in there in case I'm driving somewhere and it's really cold. But everything is now working. I never really wanted to put aftermarket gauges, but it is the safest thing to do. They look nice. They're nothing crazy or special. They're just the basic AutoZone oil and temperature, but definitely something important with a motor like this, because all it normally has is lights. It's got an oil light and a temp light, and by the time those go off, your motor's way overheated, and or your rings are blown out from not enough oil pressure. So it's good to have those. But what's good now, guys, is it's all basically buttoning up the whole thing. Everything is basically done motor wise. My mechanic said once it's driving, to drive it around town a little bit, just around the block, let it cool, let the engine get used to starting cold, driving a little bit, and then cooling down to 0, and then let it get cold again and start it again. Just, let the motor get used to that, let the car get used to that. It's been sitting since 95, and here's all our brake stuff so far. Everything's not here yet, but we got a bunch of brake fluid to do a complete flush, wheel bearing grease, brake cleaner, pads, shoes, lines, freshly shaved rotors. So the brakes are almost ready. I'm just waiting on stuff for the drums, like the drums themselves and the repair kit, spring kit, cylinders. But she's almost ready to go, guys. I'm very excited. Just thought I'd do a little update video. I put this Londell bar back on. There's a lot of people I need to thank when I'm done with this car. I've just been greasing all this every day with the break-in oil and stuff. Like, that way when I go to do it, I don't strip anything. That's about it, guys. Everything is now officially hooked up. The only thing we'll probably do is clean up all our wiring. It's not the prettiest motor right now, stuff everywhere, but we'll clean it up, make it look nicer later on. You know, now it's just buttoning everything up, making sure everything's good, consistent, make sure we don't have heat problems or oil problems and stuff like that. And she's good to go. She's a runner. Here's the little module for the halo lights. We're gonna have to run a little switch to the dash to turn the halos on and off, but I think they came out nice. This car's coming along very well. Like I said, I'm very excited, guys. As you know, Hearse is I love Hearses. They're like my favorite cars, and to have one and to get it fixed up, it's an awesome feeling. We're almost there. Yeah, she's looking good now. I tested all the headlights, they're all working. So, just need those damn brakes to show up in the mail, man. Today's Sunday, tomorrow's a holiday. So who knows when they're gonna come in. But thank you guys for watching. More updates will come soon. I'll try to do a video of us actually doing the brakes. Because when I go online and look up how to change brakes, there's nothing on old school brakes. So I thought I'd make a little video to help you guys out. Until then, thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all very soon.